give everybody an idea. What's the best thing about Bimini?
Bimini is good. You could walk around, get drunk, and don't worry about the cops.
Powdery sand. Water looks so crystal clear and beautiful. Fantastic. How you doing today, man?
You're doing a little dance. You're happy, in a good mood. It's Christmas Eve.
Why not? How you doing, brother?
I'm Terrence. What's your name? Yeah, buy a coffee.
A coffee?
Buy me coffee, please.
Okay, I will get you a coffee.
I can get it.
You got it, brother. Let's go, come on. I'll come with you. Come on, buddy, let's get a coffee. Showing us the famous cottage where Martin Luther King stayed. And you can see, look at that. Does it cost extra to stay in this room since it has the history?
It's the same amount.
Same price. So if you want, I found the barber shop. That is fantastic. Fresh lobster is amazing. It's a good tangy little sauce. Super good. 18 bucks for this is really not bad. Welcome to Bimini. This is actually North Bimini. Very excited to be here. Never been here before. Island's made famous by Ernest Hemingway, which you probably know that he spent 3 summers here. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. 1935 through 1937 to do fishing. But also MLK. Island is also famous for MLK, Martin Luther King. He was here a bunch of different times because he used to visit Adam Clayton Powell, famous civil rights leader who fled here after a woman sued him and got a 6-figure settlement. He called her a bag lady and sort of accused her of corruption. She sued him, and he fled here because he was, the court found in her favor and he owed her a hell of a lot of money. He didn't want to pay, so he fled here to Bimini, which is very, very close to Miami, where I guess he had been living before, I think. So MLK used to come here and visit him, and in fact, MLK was here just 4 days before he was assassinated, and he loved Bimini, and there's 2 busts of MLK here. So anyways, we're here. One of the popular things to do on this, I shouldn't say island, because Bimini is technically, I believe, 4 islands. We're on North Bimini. There's also South Bimini, which you can take a ferry to if you want to. And then there's a couple of other islands that are uninhabited, little ones, and there's mangroves and such. One of the popular things is renting a golf cart, but read all kinds of horror stories about golf cart rental experiences here that have gone horribly wrong. So apparently a lot of these golf carts are very old, and I've read horror stories from people who said the golf cart broke down and we were in the middle of nowhere and it took them hours to get back, and they were worried they weren't going to get back on their ship. So I'm already like, all right, how's this golf cart stuff going to work this morning? Most of the time, you know, it's very negotiable too. I've seen some people say, oh, they got it from a guy named Humpy for 60 bucks. Other people paid like 120. So it's going to be somewhere between like 60 and 120 supposedly. I don't know. Let's find out what happens. Hopefully we won't get scammed. Hopefully we're not going to get a broken down old golf cart. And let's see how it goes. In Bimini today, we are going to rent a golf cart. As I said, we are going to cruise around. We're going to find out a little about the history of this island, including the long, stays of Martin Luther King Jr. here, and also Ernest Hemingway. We are going to see a sort of secret beach, which I'm going to show you near the end of this video. Semi-secret beach, which is supposed to be an absolute paradise. We are going to go to one of the most interesting houses I think you will ever see anywhere in the world. We're going to meet some local people. We're going to eat some fresh seafood, I hope, maybe some lobster. It's going to be absolutely epic, so stay tuned for this day for hopefully under $200 port day in Bimini. Let's go. We're going to see how little we can spend also, all right? So that's the challenge. We got to spend less than 200 bucks, and we're a family of 4, which is not easy in the Bahamas. Already we did a challenge in Cozumel, and I was 7 bucks over budget, spent $207 in Cozumel. Gotta try to keep it under 200 today. And I think we're spending 100 just on the golf cart. So let's see what we can do, what we can learn about Bimini today for hopefully less than 200 bucks. Let's go. All right, this is Dion at Green Carts Rental, right, Dion?
Sure, you put me on. Make sure you give me good
So there's a lot of scammers. There's a lot of golf cart scammers in Bimini.
good review.
I came with Dion because I saw he had good reviews.
Yes.
Right? There's a lot of scam. There's a lot of shitty old golf carts here, right?
Of course.
So you got to look for Dion. I'm going to put Dion's phone number in the video, okay? I got to ask him if they drive on the left or the right in Bimini. Seems like this guy up in front of me is driving on the left. Was a British colony. I think it's got to be the left, right? Looks like we're driving on the left. Let's go. He gave me a $10 discount for being a little late, and for just being a general go-around good guy. So I'm at 90 bucks I've spent so far. Got 110 to go in the budget. All right, this is fun. So we are cruising around North Bimini here. There's one road, you can't really get lost. Some brightly colored houses. I found my family members. Kids don't like being filmed, but I think Jen still allows me to film her. It's nice to have the cart, isn't it, Jen?
Yeah, it's fun.
Filming while you're driving a golf cart. Guys coming head on, like a truck barreling head on into me, passing somebody. Big Al's Tailor-Made Bakery. Alistown, one of the two main towns. There's Baileystown and Alistown here on the island. Beautiful, scenic downtown Alistown. All right. So here we go, Martin Luther King. We're at the Bimini Big Game Club right here. And this was the hotel Martin Luther King stayed at. Apparently he stayed here.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
I'm Terrence. Oh, no.
Nice to meet you, sir. What's your name, sir?
Terrence.
Terrence.
T-E-R-R-E-N-T. Hi. Can you hear me now? I'm different.
How you doing, brother?
I'm good. Fantastic.
This is the famous hotel where Martin Luther King stayed, right?
I was with him by the poolside.
Right here. And this is where he worked on his speeches, right by the pool, right?
Right.
How you doing today, man?
You're doing a little dance. You're happy, in a good mood. It's Christmas Eve.
Why not? How you doing, brother?
I'm Terrence. What's your name?
Dave.
Oh, no. T-A-V-E.
D-A-V-E.
That's right.
And that's J-E-N.
What's your name?
Jen.
And that's Leo and James, my sons.
Hi, Leo. Guess what? Can you hear me now? My name is Leo. My name is Terrence Leo King. Hey, Leo. Hi.
Nice to meet you, brother.
Peace. God love you.
Peace, brother.
There we go.
All right, see you, brother.
Can I buy a coffee?
A coffee?
Buy me coffee, please.
Okay, I will get you a coffee.
I can get it.
You got it, brother. Let's go, come on. I'll come with you. Come on, buddy, let's get a coffee. Come on, brother, I'll get you a coffee.
He's a canoe, man.
Terrence wants a coffee.
My name is Terrence Leo Michael Dean.
And you want a cup of coffee, right?
Please.
I will get you a coffee, brother. You want sugar? What do you want in it? Sugar and milk?
Hey, Mom.
I'll get you one. For a cup of coffee, I got him a cup of coffee, now he's running away. Terrence, I got your coffee, buddy. I got your cup of coffee, brother. Just like you asked for.
I have $5.
You don't want it?
No.
All right, I think maybe my buddy is having some mental health issues.
I want $2.
I thought you wanted a cup of coffee.
I want $2. You have $2?
I don't have it. I'm sorry, brother. You
Where
said
you keep your coffee?
you said you wanted coffee.
No, I don't want no more.
You said you wanted a cup of coffee.
I didn't. I don't want it.
You don't want it?
Keep it.
Oh, you hurt my feelings now, brother.
Sorry.
Keep it? All right. He changed his mind. I thought he wanted a cup of coffee. He doesn't want it. All right.
Hey.
All right, brother. Have a good day. Where MLK used to hang out. And he supposedly worked on some of his speeches right here, which is pretty cool. This place also, it was segregated back like in, before the like late 1960s. And this guy named Ansel Saunders, who I told you was a famous fishing guide who became friends with MLK, he was trying to integrate this place. And his sort of, after meeting MLK, he was inspired to try to break down barriers on his home island. And what he did was, one of the things he did was, I'm going to link to this great video about this guy Ansel Saunders, but what he did was he came to this big game club. He wanted to eat lunch here, but you couldn't, as a black man back in those days, eat at the big game club. It was whites only. He came here 41 days in a row and sat at the restaurant between 12 o'clock and 1 o'clock every day at lunchtime for an hour. And they refused to serve him, but he did it 41 days in a row. And then eventually, the owner of the place supposedly was away or something like that. And they said, you know what, let's feed him. And they decided to feed him, and he invited a whole bunch of his friends too, and they all feasted here. And from that day on, blacks were allowed to have lunch here and to eat here anytime they want, right there with his kids. Another interesting Hemingway fact about this area, which you might find interesting, is that his younger brother, Les, was quite a figure here on this island as well, too. Quite a character. He started his own newspaper. He was like a one-man, you know, he was the editor, the owner, the publisher. He would literally walk up and down the street hawking the newspapers. It was called the Bimini News. And he lived here, but supposedly he lived here. He slept on the beach. Like, yeah, I guess he wasn't a wealthy man. He later became wealthy when he wrote a book about my life with, I forget what the name of his book is, but it's basically chronicling his life as the brother of Ernest Hemingway. But he would sleep on the beach, supposedly, or sometimes right on one of these deck chairs here at this pool. So I guess he didn't actually have a place here, but he was sort of a revered local figure. Unfortunately, he committed suicide, just like his older brother did. There's nobody staying in room 303 right now, so they're going to let us take a look at the room where Martin Luther King stayed. Showing us the famous cottage where Martin Luther King stayed, and you can see, look at that. Does it cost extra to stay in this room since it has the history?
It's the same amount.
Same price. So if you want to come here, it's the same price. And this is documented where he worked on some of his speeches right here in this room. We had to get the code. It's kind of funky, these codes you have here, huh?
I know. Right?
You got to figure out what the code is to get in.
Oh.
Now, about how much does it cost to stay here?
Right now it's slow season, so it's about $332.55 per night, and that includes taxes and everything.
$332?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, trying to get in here.
Okay, the door's unlocking, but I think the night locked.
It's locked? All right.
It might be locked. Let me see if I can get a different code.
Okay.
Through the side door.
Oh, okay. We're gonna sneak in.
No, I'll go through the side door.
Oh, okay. There's a side door. Cool.
Yeah, it's joining a connecting door.
All right. Oh yeah, here we go. Here we go. Come on in, guys. There's a side door. Oh, this is nice. Is it locked? Door down, huh?
I got it.
You got it? Oh, we got it. We got it. We're in.
Oh, at least on one side.
We're in. Almost.
Oh, that side's locked.
It's locked, huh?
But it's just like this.
It's just like this one?
And
It's like this one, but it has this one is a double queen, and one has just one big king bed.
Oh, okay.
That's the difference between it. Might be by the slot.
Don't worry, it's okay.
The door.
It's okay. We got the idea. Thank you so much.
no one reserves
But so what is the best thing about living on a small island like this?
Adventures. It's always something to do.
Really?
Yeah, I think living on the island, it's more beautiful because you get to see the beaches,
Uh-huh.
swim. The weather is mostly nice.
Is it?
Yeah, and it's more quieter. Only time it's really noisy if the cruise ship is in with guests and tourists, and other than that, it's like a quiet, slow life.
Yeah. What's the
Yeah.
worst thing about living on a small island? Can you get the products you want?
Also,
Or
it's quiet.
You have to wait on the boat, the mail boat, and we don't have a hospital. We only have a clinic. So if something seriously happens to you, you have to be flown on a medical ambulance.
to Miami or to where?
You to either Fort Lauderdale, Miami,
Okay.
New Providence, or Grand Bahama.
All right.
Yeah, and that's very
So
costly.
don't get sick here.
No.
That's a good advice.
Just don't get seriously hurt or anything because you have
Okay.
to get fly out. And that'll
Yeah.
be another thing. That's why they encourage a lot of people living on the island to have medical insurance, master that's an air ambulance, become a
Yeah.
air ambulance member, and just always have something set aside in case something happens. Don't just always have a savings plan or a plan in case something do happen.
Or at least
Any other tips for visitors?
Yeah, I mean, Safety-wise, there's nothing really to worry about. Everyone on the island is friendly, even down to the pets, the animals. They're friendly as well. Tips for coming, just coming have fun.
Okay.
It's a lot to see, you know. Yeah.
Thank you so much,
You're
Chloe.
welcome.
Other interesting legends about this area, these islands that I want to tell you about. One of them is that this was also the site the Lost City of Atlantis was out here west of this island. And so there are what they call like a stone highway of these beautiful, neatly placed stones that are all almost identical in size on the floor of the sea west of here, out that way, okay? And it goes for like 1,500 feet, this beautiful sort of stone highway on the floor of the sea. And there's a thought that this was sort of an ancient, part of the ancient highway system of the Lost City of Atlantis. Now, I have no idea if this legend, there's any veracity to it whatsoever. I know there's been entire books and movies and documentaries written about the Lost City of Atlantis and where was it, but some people think that it was right here in Bimini. There's also some Ponce de Leon history here too. So Ponce was the governor of Puerto Rico, and King Ferdinand at one point essentially relieved him of his duties there. There was some sort of bureaucratic infighting, and basically Ponce was fired as the governor of Puerto Rico. And as a consolation prize, King Ferdinand says, well, if you can make it to this island of Bimini, you can be the governor of Bimini, and good luck, buddy. And supposedly the Ponce thought that there might have been a fountain of youth here as well too. And now if you go to South Bimini, which unfortunately we're not going to go to because we've got the golf cart, if you go to South Bimini, there is a well. There's a fountain of youth well here on South Bimini to sort of commemorate this Ponce de Leon history, but all kinds of interesting legends here in these islands. The ruins of the Complete Angler Hotel, which is where Hemingway stayed. A lot of other famous people stayed here too.
This was a big hotel.
Lucille Ball, Jimmy Buffett, and also Colorado Senator Gary Hart. So that was a famous incident. So this place, it says also, was built in 1935. So it was brand new when Hemingway first came here in 1935, Jen. But the Gary Hart thing is really interesting because, so Gary Hart, if you're old enough to remember this, and I do, he was a leading contender to become president. I think it was 1984. Leading contender to become the Democratic nominee for president. He was a front runner to win too. But back then you couldn't get away with cheating on your spouse. And Gary Hart was married, but he came here with his mistress and he stayed right here in this hotel, which burned down in 2006 apparently. And unfortunately when it burned down, the owner of the place died trying to save some of his guests. But poor Gary Hart, also an unfortunate soul, not as unfortunate as the people who died obviously, but he was busted. Somehow the press caught him with his mistress here in Bimini, and his presidential aspirations absolutely dissolved. That was it. That was it for poor Gary Hart. Went up in smoke just like this hotel did. Hemingway. So Hemingway wrote right here in this hotel, The Snows of Kilimanjaro, his story about Kenya. He wrote parts of To Have and Have Not, and he also wrote parts of his novel, Islands in the Stream, which is about Bimini. This little beach club we're passing by here. We're going over to the Dolphin House Museum. I'm not sure if we're going in or not, we'll see. This is Radio Beach, famous Radio Beach. So this is one of the nicer beaches on the island. We'll check it out afterwards. This guy's coming right at us. All right.
Drive or no.
Only building in this country with a knighthood is me. And there's a lot of building in this country. And a lot of beautiful building too. But none match the Dolphin House. Not even the Hilton, nor Beaches, nor Sandals, nor Atlantis has got a knighthood. Only the Dolphin House in this country. God bless the Queen and God bless her indeed. I'm local. I'm born and raised in Bimini. This island is my home. And I'm an endangered species. Everybody born someplace else, but I'm born right here on this rock in the middle of nowhere. Americans call me Bimini Gaudi because there's somebody in Barcelona, Spain named Gaudi building a cathedral. I don't know who's Gaudi. I've never been to Barcelona, but appreciate the compliment.
This place. This is absolutely amazing.
Built like a fortress, 9 hurricane and not a scratch. A spark plug, a wooden conch shell, a boat prop, a broken coffee mug, a cigarette lighter, and a golf ball over there.
For writers, write drunk, edit sober. What an experience, huh, John? This is This is the most unique house in the world that I've ever been to. That's for sure. And what a character too, oh my goodness. Ashley's saying he's never seen the sky looking like this before. It is very interesting, it's very unique. It's absolutely amazing. So he spent 20 bucks on that. So we're up to $110 spent. And then I had to buy his book, The History of Bimini, because it's just too cool. And I love supporting other writers, so I'm up to 130 bucks spent. That was so well worth it, guys. You've got to come to this Dolphin House. I absolutely love this place. Freaking phenomenal. Beautiful beach.
Yeah, we might have to do that.
Let's take a little walk on the beach here. Very nice one. Death sit on the throne of life, dictating to the human race, Bimini. Interesting, a little cemetery. And there's a shipwreck up here apparently too. There's a World War I era shipwreck here. Not too much left of this boat, but pretty cool. We're cruising. Downtown Alistown here, which is one of the towns here on the south part of North Bimini. I love this guy right here. I'm gonna slow down for him. This place online, Nate's Bimini Breads, and here's Nate, I guess. So we're gonna see what they've got in here. Supposedly they have really good pastries and breads and different things in here, maybe sandwiches too. All right, fresh loaves of bread, as you can see.
It says build your own pizza here.
Yeah, oh yeah, I have good pizzas here too. The menu's on your right. Rolls, those look really good. And the guava?
Guava and cream cheese.
Guava and cream cheese? Where is that? Could we take a look at it? There's the guava and cream cheese. Okay, and there's coconut bread too, right? Can I see what they look like? Guava and cream cheese, huh? Interesting.
You like guava, do you?
I don't know.
This is the coconut bread.
And this is the coconut bread. All right. You guys don't want to get a pizza? You usually like pizzas. And we'll come back and get it. Thanks, guys. I think we'll get that. $5. What's that? Just ended up getting some cookies from this young lady who was wearing a pair of headphones. She did not take the headphones off to talk to us, and it seemed like she did not want us to buy anything. But we did buy some cookies nonetheless. Good morning. So, interesting.
This guy's getting a shave right
Interesting times on North Bimini. No way. I gotta check this out. I gotta check this out. There's a guy getting a haircut or a shave over here.
This is the barber.
I found the barber shop. I found the barber shop. That is fantastic. Look at that.
Are you gonna get
How much does a haircut cost? 20 bucks?
Yeah.
And a shave is how much?
Yeah.
20 bucks?
Yep.
This is awesome.
Yeah.
What a great service.
Yeah, man.
How long you been here?
About 20-something years.
20 something years. And you live right here?
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
We checked out Nate's Bimini Breads because I read that it was a good place for lunch.
Yeah.
But they didn't have like sandwiches and stuff like that. Does CJ's Deli have sandwiches? Is that a good place to get lunch?
Yeah. Yeah. That's a good place to get lunch.
What do you recommend? Like, what kind of stuff do they have?
They have like chicken snacks, fish snacks, conch snacks, burgers.
Okay.
Yeah.
How are the prices?
I guess it's all right.
Not too bad?
Not too bad.
$15?
Yeah.
Okay. So if we want a decent lunch without spending too much, would you recommend CJ's or is there another?
Yeah.
CJ's?
Yeah, it's all right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks so much.
All right, buddy.
Have a nice day.
Likewise.
I thought Nate's Bimini Breads was going to be cheap because it's really off the wall, hole in the wall bakery. That's how much for a pizza, Jen?
30 for cheese, 38 for pepperoni.
Yeah, US dollars.
50 for some of them.
$50 for some pizza. I think a pepperoni pizza was like $55.
No, that was 38.
38, okay.
Maybe meat lovers. But
Welcome to the Bahamas here on North Bimini. So the driver in front of us just stopped. I'm like, okay, why is this guy stopping? He stopped in the road and another driver came from the opposite direction and just passed a bag of something through the window, just threw in a bag to him. So this is CJ's. I read about this place. Supposed to be good. Right across from Radio. It was right at Radio Beach. So we're at lunch for 4 is going to be $49 here at the deli. So I'm getting fried lobster. What'd you get, Jen? Peas and mash?
Peas and rice?
Peas and rice Jen's getting. Kids are getting wings and cheeseburgers, so 49 bucks, few bottles of water, and I spent $5 on the cookies. So we're up to, let's see here, it was $130, $135, $135, $184 we're up to so far on the day. So we got 16 bucks left. Jen's black-eyed peas. And here's my fresh lobster. Nice. This fresh lobster is amazing. It's a good tangy little sauce. Super good. 18 bucks for this. It's really not bad. So this is CC's barbecue and grill here. You can see they're grilling up some pork chops, some corn, some baked potato. Oh my gosh, this looks really good. I'm gonna try this next time. So how much does the pork chops cost?
They run like 17 bucks. Comes
17.
With baked potato and corn.
It comes with the baked potato and corn. So you got a complete meal here for 17. That's a good deal on these parts.
You have lobster, shrimp, steak, chicken, pork chops, you know.
Nice, and you grill it all up right here?
Yes, sir.
Perfect, thank you so much. You're open for lunch and dinner?
Yes, sir.
All right, this is CC's. It's right across from Radio Beach. We just had a nice lunch, and now we are heading out to a secret little beach called Paradise Beach, which doesn't show up on Google. But
There's a Trump flag over there.
a Trump flag in Bimini? Wow. So there's a Trump flag in North Bimini, but we're heading out to the Virgin Voyages Club, which is for people on Virgin Cruises, which we're not. But beyond that, there's supposedly kind of a secret beach called Paradise Beach that we are looking for. So here we go. So this is the Resort World's beach. Virgin Voyages Resort World's beach back here. And we're looking for Paradise Beach, a hidden beach. So we'll see if we can find it.
Property. It's probably right here.
Gated community back there. We could not get in. We've reached the part of Bimini where there's all kinds of foreigner homes, rich little foreigner houses. And that's a gated community. Can't get in. She said the Paradise Beach is right back here. So, all right, look for a parking space, I guess. I think we found Paradise Beach. It was not that difficult, just sort of beyond the Virgin Voyages Beach Club. You just go a little bit further and look at this, powdery sand. Water looks so crystal clear and beautiful. Fantastic. Look at the water, bud. The water looks really clear. 16 bucks left in the budget for the day. We spent $184 so far, but you know what they say about the best things in life being free? This is absolutely free. Of course, if we wanted to rent a chair or something like that, only the Lord knows how much it would cost. I am sure it's not cheap, but holy cow, this beach. The water, sand, so soft. Oh my gosh, the water is cold. It's Christmas Eve, and it's a nice cool day. It's probably in the 70s. And this beach it really is paradise. It is absolutely spectacular. So I'm reading this history book, History of Bimini, by Dr. Sir Saunders from the Dolphin House. Really quite an interesting book. Few interesting tidbits I'm learning here so far. So the end of white minority rule in the Bahamas came in 1967, and it was 6 years later, in 1973, they got their independence from Great Britain. There's also there's tons of interesting stuff in here. I haven't read the whole book yet, but also, there's a chapter about Hemingway, and there's an interview with people there who remember him and knew him here. Aside from the fishing, when people say he was an incredible fisherman, he was also into boxing. And it said every Sunday he would put up ropes and create like sort of a makeshift ring. And he boxed here every Sunday when he was here as well too. Fishing, boxing, drinking, womanizing. The dude did it all. Historical tidbit for you. But during Prohibition, 1920 through 1933, Bimini was a famous smuggling spot for rum running between here and Miami. So it'd be a perfect spot for that, and made a lot of money smuggling alcohol from here. Interesting tidbits from Ashley's book. So Bimini is one of 700 Bahama islands, and it's 9.5 square miles. And he's got a nice little map here. He's got a nice little map here in the book, which is maybe a little difficult for me to show you here on the beach. But no, I think I'll just put this thing in the video. Well, maybe you can see it, but I'll put it in here. Just a little bit. Bimini Market, and I found the MLK statue. Very, very cool that they're honoring the great man here. And some pretty meager offerings here at this market. But we could take a look around. I got 16 bucks left. Hello.
Only 16, but hi, honey. I hope you can see me.
Give everybody an idea. What's the best thing about Bimini?
Bimini is good. You could walk around, get drunk, and don't worry about the cops.
What's the worst thing about Bimini?
The worst thing about Bimini?
Uh-huh.
You get over drunk.
Thank you, my dear.
You're welcome, honey. That's all.
Anything good at that little gift shop? I mean, that little market. Basically just t-shirts and stuff like that. I'm gonna check a couple of other places. I got 16 bucks left to spend. Maybe a half hour to get to my ship. So let's see what else there is. I saw a little place up here. It said She Gift Store since 1935. Really? Wonder if it's open. It's Christmas Eve. Got myself a nice hand-painted Bimini keychain. $7, so I'm down to $9 left. Nate Spreads shop here in Bimini. Thinking about getting some cinnamon buns or something else. Cinnamon bread for $3. So I've got $6 left. All right. Now I see why this place has really good reviews. Cinnamon bread is killer. Absolutely delicious. I get 2 more pieces to bring back to the ship. It's so good. I got 1 roll, a coconut roll, and then also a cheese and guava roll. That was another $6. I spent an even 200. If I buy anything more on the way back to the ship, I'm going over budget. So it's been an awesome day here on Bimini. I don't know if I'm going to meet any more people on the way to the ship. I was thinking about stopping and getting a cocktail, but now it'd be over budget, so I don't know if I'm going to do it. Love North Bimini. Really, really fun day. Can't wait to come back. People here are super friendly too. And the girl here from earlier today who was wearing the headphones, who wasn't too friendly, is the only unfriendly person we met. But hey, now the people who are working in there right now are very friendly. So great day. Wonderful. Totally recommend this place. Barber shop. I love this place. I went to CJ's just like you recommended for lunch. It was absolutely delicious. I treated myself to some lobster. It was delicious. Have a Merry Christmas.
Yeah, likewise.
Take care. See, the Chic gift store is closed, which is fine anyways because I spent my 200 bucks. And it is time to go home and to wrap up this video. Thanks, folks. As always, appreciate y'all. Would really appreciate you subscribing and liking this video and leaving a comment because it helps tremendously in the algorithm. Thank you, folks. And we will see you on the next adventure.